Hey there, true crime enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into some of the most intriguing and mysterious cases. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Robert Philip Hanssen, a man who, on the surface, doesn't raise any suspicion. A man you would pass by on the street and wouldn't merit a second glance. The United States came to rely on him as a member of the FBI's counterintelligence unit, in charge of keeping tabs on Russian agents. But they were unaware of his secret life, in which he betrayed his country to further his own interests. Hanssen's tale is both captivating and unsettling. He had 6 children and appeared to be a devout Opus Dei Catholic with a devoted wife. But underneath it all, he sold countless American secrets to the Russians. What might have compelled him to turn against his own country? Could his troubled upbringing with an abusive father have been to blame? Or could his fascination with espionage have been fostered through his childhood fascination with Kim Philby, a British spy who eluded capture and fled to Moscow? Hanssen appeared to have followed in his hero's footsteps. Join us as we examine Hanssen's motives, his lengthy career as a double agent, and his eventual arrest at his very own dead drop location. After following in his father's footsteps and working as an internal affairs officer for the Chicago Police Department, Hanssen joined the FBI's counterintelligence unit, and he and his family were moved to Washington, D.C. It wasn't long before he reached out to the GRU, the Soviet's main intelligence directorate, and offered up state secrets. It appeared that Hanssen's initial motives for spying were purely financial, a common theme among espionage agents. Early on, he betrayed 3 KGB agents secretly working for the FBI, leading to their execution in Moscow. Blame was mistakenly pinned on another mole within the CIA, Aldrich Ames. Ames and his wife had an extensive espionage career, earning them a staggering $2.7 million before they were arrested. Perhaps emboldened by his early successes, Hanssen's treacherous actions didn't stop there. He took a hiatus from his partnership with the Russians in the middle of the 1990s after the USSR disbanded, but eventually resumed it. It's a compelling story that spans decades and involves treachery, dishonesty, and self-interest. Hanssen's life of espionage started in 1981, and it wasn't long before his wife began to suspect something was amiss. His first big slip-up came when she caught him rummaging through paperwork in the basement. After some pressing, Hanssen reluctantly confessed to his wife, claiming the information was not genuine. But she was no fool, and insisted he confess to the family priest. Seeking absolution, Hanssen was advised to donate the money he made from spying to a Catholic charity. And for a brief moment, it seemed he would turn his back on his deceitful ways. However, the allure of espionage proved too strong, and he was soon back in the game, feeding the Russians sensitive information. Over 2 decades of spying, Hanssen amassed a staggering $1.4 million in salary from his espionage activities. Secret drop-offs in suburban Virginia at Foxstone Park would see him receiving stacks of $100 bills in plastic trash bags, all at the expense of national security. The impact of Hanssen's treachery was devastating. Not only did he put a significant dent in U.S. intelligence operations, costing the government hundreds of millions of dollars, but his actions had deadly consequences. Revealing the identities of several Russian moles resulted in executions, causing irreparable damage to intelligence networks. Hanssen's financial troubles and extravagant spending further complicated his situation. He lived beyond his means, accumulating credit card debts and school loans for his 6 children who attended private Catholic schools. His insatiable desire for more money drove him deeper into the clutches of espionage. For nearly 2 decades, this federal agent betrayed his country, selling its most critical counterintelligence and military secrets to Russia. His criminal exploits earned him a fortune in cash and diamonds, but they also brought him to the brink of financial ruin. In the shadows of deception and betrayal, there was a strip club that Robert Philip Hanssen began to frequent, And it was there that his life took a tumultuous turn. Soon, he found himself captivated by Priscilla, an exotic dancer, and their relationship lasted 2 years. But this was not an ordinary affair. No hugs, no kissing, no touching. Instead, they would discuss God and the Catholic Church. As the agent's relationship with Priscilla unfolded, he showered her with lavish gifts, diamond and sapphire necklaces, an American Express card, and even a Mercedes-Benz. Despite this apparent love affair, there was an even darker side to Hanssen's life. His psychiatrist, Dr. Alan Solarian, uncovered disturbing secrets during a psychiatric evaluation, revealing a severe psychological disorder that likely fueled his audacious acts of espionage. Hanssen secretly installed a video camera system in his bedroom, unbeknownst to his wife. He even invited his best friend to spy on his intimate moments with her. This was a man driven by dark impulses, a sickness that drove him deeper into the dangerous world of espionage. The CIA and FBI were puzzled as their operations kept getting busted, and suspicion fell on a possible mole within their ranks. As the investigators closed in, they stumbled upon 2 crucial clues: fingerprints found on a black plastic garbage bag, and a recorded telephone conversation featuring Hanssen's unmistakable voice. The investigation mounted, and the FBI gathered enough evidence to obtain wiretapping approval and searching Hanssen's belongings. They carefully decoded encrypted messages and watched him scout crucial drop-off sites near his home. On a fateful day in February 2001, the FBI agents finally apprehended Hanssen as he attempted to make a secret exchange in the park. After his arrest, Hanssen infamously asked, "What took you so long?" After Hanssen's criminal ordeal was over, his legal battle started. After entering a guilty plea to 15 charges of espionage, he received 15 consecutive life sentences at Florence ADX, a federal supermax prison. He was spared the death penalty, though, thanks to his cooperation with investigators, as he described in great detail the length and breadth of his sordid operations. The FBI was appalled by Hanssen's successful dismantling of their efforts, which prompted them to adopt a tighter polygraph policy for all agents and more regular polygraph examinations for those operating in clandestine areas. As he was being led to prison, Robert Hanssen expressed regret for the suffering he had caused, especially that of his wife and children. The truth was that Hanssen's actions were ultimately motivated by a sick desire to betray his country rather than a love for the Russians. His experience serves as a sobering warning about the perilous attraction of espionage and the disastrous effects of treachery. The FBI and CIA learned from this painful experience, tightening their security measures and never underestimating the threat of betrayal from within their own ranks again. Hanssen's efforts had an effect that went well beyond his own life. He left his wife and 6 children to deal with the fallout from his betrayal. They would always be plagued by the sense of betrayal and the knowledge that their own husband and father had put the security of the country in danger. However, the fallout didn't simply affect Hanssen's private life. His spying efforts endangered lives and seriously hurt U.S. intelligence operations. The identities of significant assets were made public, which resulted in their capture and death by the Russians. Across the intelligence community, the effects were felt, creating a trail of devastation that would require years to mend. The case of Robert Hanssen served as a lesson for upcoming agents, as the rest of the world looked on in shock. The promise of quick money and secrets traded in hidden places throughout the globe may seem alluring, but treachery comes at a hefty price. Following the Hanssen case, the U.S. emerged stronger, enacting greater security measures and adopting a renewed vigilance in protecting state secrets. No longer was trust taken for granted, and the agents who took an oath to defend their nation were put through rigorous testing to make sure their allegiance remained unshakable. We appreciate you coming along on this fascinating trip as we uncovered the lies of Robert Philip Hanssen, one of the most renowned spies in American history. Hit the like button if you enjoyed or learned something new. Share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dive cases like this. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, stay safe and curious.